There's always something with you niggas. Yeah. Damn, I got a critical alert from Google. It said somebody stole my stuff. Okay.
Damn.
Ain't nobody stole.
It was probably just you just messing with some shit, and they think you stole it because they know you black.
I don't think it had nothing to do with that, but all right. I think it had something to do with passwords getting stolen by all types of people. Stealing passwords.
Stole from himself.
Yeah, I think everybody's credit on the dark web. I was like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Tell me what you get with it.
Right?
The decline.
Holler.
Hey yo.
We starting.
Have we started already?
We about to. Yeah, we been started. All right, y'all.
Okay.
What white women?
Damn. Okay.
Hey y'all, welcome to YFM.
I was going
Ask it. What was what?
I don't know, man. I was thinking about getting this razor over the new iPhone, but we can wait. We can talk about that later. Go ahead.
Don't do that. Big homie Wayne, I give you $30. I give you $100 if you don't do that. Don't get no razor. But I know you are a person because that means
because this shit's getting bigger, and I'm sick of these shit's paws getting too big, and I just want to put it in my pocket, and like I'm getting tired of this shit.
Another pause was needed to be in there, so it's a pause on the bigger. Hey y'all, welcome to YFM Sports. What the fuck happened this week? We gonna convince Wayne, big homie Wayne, not to get a razor. Unless he's cutting his beard, and don't buy that piece of shit that you're going to end up throwing out the window because it don't fucking work. But anyway,
that's why.
Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate y'all for watching. And Courtney Herford said that's what she said, and that is what she said when it comes.
Yes, it
is. All right, so this week we have a lot of cool topics to talk about. It's been a lot of crazy ass stuff happening this week, hence the name What the F Happened This Week. But I just want to go ahead and say what's up to my people with me. Big homie Wayne has on a dope shirt. Please stand up, sir, if you would not mind. One of our shirts that is available. Yes, that looks really, really good. Is the He Got Game part? Is that part faded out? I love it if it is.
But it looks good though, right? I think it is a little faded because I've been wearing it a lot, but this shit looks great.
That's dope. That is super dope. We have the beautiful Rita from Rita's Fucked Up Stats in the middle with the dollar bill, y'all.
Rita, may I say your skin looks flawless.
Thank you. This filter's on point today.
A thank you would have stopped.
Enhance my shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's
but
it.
I had that Thrive Cosmetics filter. I mean fucking lotion, whatever the fuck you call it. Shit.
And the filter. She got the lotion and the filter.
Send me an endorsement deal.
We trying over here. Please sponsor us. We don't do nothing bad. We do good. Ain't that right, big homie Wayne? We won't talk about nobody's race ever again.
Hey, look,
I won't.
I cannot be sold.
I can.
You give me the right number. You give me the right number, then we can talk.
Yeah, exactly. He can get sold. Everybody can be sold. By the way, when it comes to selling, let's go ahead and get this out the way because it's really dope. I have on our Candyman t-shirt.
Love it.
And you know what's crazy? All of this is available on Etsy. And people said a comment that we got on the store said, you don't see Candyman merch anywhere. So when you do, you buy it. When you do, you buy it. And that person bought it. So check us out. We're going to have way more designs coming. You can go ahead and hit that, scan that right there. YFM Sports merch. If you, of course, are on your phone, you can't scan it. You can just go ahead and go to Etsy. The link will be in the description. It's already in the description. Go to our Etsy and you can go ahead and support us and buy one of our cool designs because our designs are dope and they're made for everything. So, all right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about Dak Prescott. He had some crazy comments today. I think he's over the shit. I think he's like, yo, I don't care no more. This is what he said right here. He was asked by an interviewer, what do you think about Jerry Jones' contract conversations and comments that he had regarding yourself and your contract getting done, and how he thinks that it's something that could get done at the end of the year or get done at any time that he wants. And he said, I stopped honestly listening to things that Jerry Jones says to the media a long time ago. So you can look at that one or two. You can look at that saying like, hey, Jerry Jones just says whatever he wants to the media. I don't really care anymore. It's between me and him and my agent in the front office. Or it could be like, I don't give a fuck what he says anymore in general, because I'm tired of his ass. I'm tired of this organization, and I'm tired of the fact that last year when we lost in the playoffs, people from CeeDee Lamb's family was on Facebook talking about this nigga sucks. We need to get him up out of here. Talking about Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
A little bit more context before I let the illustrious panel go ahead and give their opinions on this is that they asked the media, asked Dak Prescott, like, hey, what you think about your contract not getting done yet? And he said, well, it speaks volumes to me that it hasn't been done yet, or it's not going to be done during the season, unless you know what the organization truly thinks about you. This will be Dak Prescott's third contract. Rookie contract, wasn't getting paid jack. Got the big money contract a couple years ago. He got 1 year left on his deal. So does the coach. CeeDee Lamb had 1 year left, but he got paid last week. Shout out to CeeDee. But what do y'all think? I'm going to go ahead with Rita first. Rita, what do you think about Dak Prescott's comments?
I think that's mental health.
Damn.
Tune out the bullshit. But I would like to start my opinion with a quote from Jerry.
Thought you were going to say Maya Angelou.
God. Nobody can't fucking be a better GM than me. Now,
who said that?
That's what Jerry Jones said. So I think the crypt keeper needs to pass the motherfucking torch. 1, 2. Dak is going to be a free agent then, right? Is it next year? Yep. So with his injuries, he might be able to go to the Broncos.
Sure.
He might be able to go to the Broncos with his injuries. His pinky nail is fucking broken, and he's about to be out for the season. The facts is that they didn't make it to the bowl ever. I don't think in the last 10 years. Fuck it.
No, 30. So, we're on 30.
30. Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we're on 30. Yep.
Take note from the Texans. Hire a rookie quarterback. Shador, not very demure. Sanders is available next year, maybe. I don't know. Bring him in. Take notes from the Texans. Bring in a rookie, and you might make it. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I like that. Short, sweet, wrong, but short and sweet.
Not wrong.
Big homie Wayne, let's hear your opinion.
Hold on. Sorry. Am I wrong for saying that Jerry Jones is the crypt keeper?
No, you're not wrong for saying that Jerry Jones is the crypt keeper. That's not what I meant at all. I think that that's right. And I feel like he has been drinking too much of his oil. So, because his mind is, but
noise. Damn it. Fuck. Anyway.
Then with the soundtrack to the show? Anyway. Go ahead. That's a good impression. Big homie Wayne, what do you think?
I think Rita is correct. Here's my thing. I'm so sick of this social media bullshit. I'm an old school dude. I'm 39. I'm old school. I'm so sick of this social media ass bullshit where people think they can run their mouth and then get what they want. Simply put, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Not everybody always has to hear your thoughts. This is exactly what I mean about social media. This is exactly what I mean. Okay? Not everybody deserves a voice. Not everybody should deserve and should be heard because they're fucking stupid and they're stupid. Just shut up and shut your mouth. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Dak could have lost the Super Bowl this year. Dak can lose the Super Bowl this year. He could have made $500 million next year for 2 years. But you don't want to shut your fucking mouth. Shut up. Dakota, now you're getting nothing. Now, just like Rita said, they're going to bring Shador in, they're going to bring somebody else in, and they're going to make them the starting QB because you fucked it up. Shut your fucking mouth. Not everybody deserves a voice. Okay, stop telling everybody what you think. Stop telling everybody what your thoughts. I remember back in the day when your manager did something, you would turn around and you were talking to your coworker about it. You don't get on national TV and be like, "Oh, I don't care what he has to say." It doesn't matter if it's Jerry Jones. It doesn't matter if it's racist as Jerry Jones. Shut your mouth. Keep your mouth shut and get your money. I don't understand why we have this crazy knack to constantly run our goddamn mouth. And when we lose our job, we want to be like, I'm a sue. Who wants to sue with me? Who wants to come along and show me? No, shut your mouth. Get your 250 mil for 6 plays, and you will be fine. But everybody's always worried about, well, here's my thoughts, and I think this. I don't care what you think. Get the money, stupid. We're talking about $100 to $200 million. And you over here talking about, well, this is my thoughts. Who cares what you're thinking? You are on a team where you get close to the Super Bowl and you never win. And you've been doing that for years. And they're still talking about, well, how I guarantee you they're talking about how much money they go give them. And they're going to wait to the end of the year and say if you think you deserve $250 million. Okay. They probably like, oh, if he loses, then damn, maybe we should give him $200 million or $180 million. But it's still a fucking million. You're still a millionaire. You're still going to be good. Right. You're still going to be, this pisses me off so much. Keep your mouth shut, even if it is a racist owner. If you want to trade, ask for a trade. But other than that, just shut up and I don't understand this. James, this reminds me back to when we had our job before, when you and I first met, when we first started. And there's this thing, I forget what it's called, where everybody gets to go in the room and complain about the manager.
One-on-one?
No, it's not a one-on-one.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot what those are called.
It's like when the whole team,
HR or something.
Yeah. We get to go in the room and we get to sit down and talk about what we don't like about the manager. With the manager not being there, they type it all up and give it to the manager. And now we have to sit with the manager and he gets to go through the papers.
I didn't know you felt like this.
This is what you don't like about me. This is what you don't like about me. Here's my thing. I don't know if you remember this, James, but this is the thing that pissed me off most. Somebody said they were complaining about this guy so much, and he didn't do anything wrong. He just followed the rules, right? Somebody said this. This is how I know it was bullshit. They said, well, we don't even know his daughter's name.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm sitting there like,
that's personal.
And I'm like, are y'all getting paid? Are you getting paid or not? When you filled out that job application online, and because I need a job and money, you over here talking about, well, we don't even know his daughter's name and he won't talk to us. And I'm like, yo, am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? Are we not getting paid bread to do this job? And y'all over here complaining because you don't know somebody's name, or he's not patting you on the back saying, good job there, buddy. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Dakota, Rain Dakota, shut your mouth and get your millions that you do not deserve. You don't deserve that much. You don't. So yes, Jerry is playing. It's not even a long game. Jerry's just like, you know what? Let's go ahead and hold out. Let's see what Shador does. Let's see how far Dak takes us. And let's see if we can't make a couple plays for Shador. Let's see if we can't call Dion and be like, hey, I know I'm not the best. I know you may not like me, but here's what we can do for Shador. Here's what we can do to bring him in. And here's what we go do to kick Dakota out. Okay? This dude is acting like a biatch, like straight up, bro. I can't believe this, bro. Who cares if you don't have a new contract yet? Play your heart out, just like everybody else. This is your contract year. Play your heart out and let them know that if you lose, you will let them know. You will let them know that I'm ready for a bigger contract. I'm here for the long run, and I want to make it. I want to do it. I want to make us get us to the Super Bowl, get us to the big game, right? But no, he already started off that he lets these people get it to him. He's like, the people are like, hey, well, how do you feel about not getting a contract? Oh man, well, this is how I feel about it. In my social media rant, I can say what I want. I can do this and do that. Now look at you. You about to get traded and be a fucking Falcon. And I know you don't want that. I know you don't. You about to be a Saint, my nigga. And I'm a Saint fan. I know you don't want that, son. You about to go to a shitty team because you always got to you social media idiots think that y'all get to run y'all mouth. And that's not the case. Look at you now. You over here, instead of just being, oh, well, I'm not worried about it. If we got to wait till next year, we're going to wait till next year. But I'll make sure that I'm gonna get there to the end game. I'm gonna get there to the Super Bowl, and we go make it. I'm gonna be here for my team, and I'm gonna show everybody in all of Dallas that I deserve the money that they talking about giving me soon. Get up and leave. No, here's what I think. And now you got to get traded. You about to get traded for Shador, my nigga, and you absolutely deserve it because you can't keep your mouth shut. You deserve every bad thing that you get coming towards you for the remainder of your career because right here you cannot keep your mouth shut. Shut your mouth, and shut it. That's it. And then wait for all your money to come in, all your endorsements to come in, everything to come in for you. Just shut your mouth away. But you don't know how to do that because social media then told Dakota that this is what you give people what you think. And now you screwed up. Now you have to win the Super Bowl this year. You have to. You put yourself in a position where you absolutely have to win a Super Bowl in order for anybody to care about you. If you don't reign Dakota, if you do not win a Super Bowl this year, you will be a Raider, my nigga. You will be straight up. And that's how I feel about it. Everybody out there, social media doesn't care what you think. Social media is not going to pay your bills. Guess what? You lost your job now. You lost your job, but at least everybody knows what you think. Everybody knows what you care about. So I guess that matters. Now I'm done. Go ahead, James, and tell me why I'm wrong and tell me why all the stats and shit like that. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I ain't even saying anything. You talk for 10 minutes, but I ain't even saying anything.
Sorry.
I haven't said Jack. Nah, it's all right. That's what this whole show is about. Go ahead and get your frustration out. I didn't think you was that frustrated over this.
Somebody said, you have a blood pressure cuff?
You're gonna get your heart rate up, dog.
Yo, man, keep your mouth shut, dog. I don't know why it's so hard. Just keep your mouth shut, bro.
All right. So in terms of Dak Prescott and all of the things that he's saying, I do understand why he would be fed up with the fact that it seems that every time his contract is up, there's always like, oh, you got to play out this year. This is Jerry Jones not liking Dak Prescott as much as he liked Tony Romo. He thought Tony Romo was his actual fucking son. So he gave Tony Romo all the chances in the world until his body literally fell apart and they had to start Dak. But if he had his real way, Tony Romo would still be on that team. Like, for real. Him and Dak Prescott are not cool. If you're not like super duper close with Jerry Jones, you ain't going to be beloved. You're not going to be in the inner circle, right? And that's what he is not. He is his own individual person. He goes up there, he tries to play, he tries to win, and that's what it is. I do like Jerry Jones is literally like, yo, you're going to have to show me that you want to be a Cowboy. And the only way that you can show me that is by winning championships. Because this team has underachieved for years. There's no reason why the Cowboys shouldn't have made it to one Super Bowl. Besides the simple fact of, like Stephen A. Smith say, what will go wrong can go wrong. And it's like they just do not want to win. Last year they got beat by the Packers, the youngest playoff team in NFL history. How is that fucking possible? How is that possible? Dak Prescott has to prove that he deserves this contract, and it's crazy because he has played very well, almost at MVP level. But the Cowboys could literally not re-sign him and try to get a pick, try to draft a quarterback, and have a lot more money available for more shit that they need, such as Michael Parsons' contract, such as getting a number 2 wide receiver because they don't have one. They got Brandon Cooks. That nigga is my age. So it's like, no fuck, like they don't have a dog. Their starting running back is Ezekiel Elliott.
He's like 60.
He still got legs. He's good.
He's like 60 though.
he got legs. He got legs like Lieutenant Dan got legs.
Magic legs.
He got new legs. look, Janae. He has new legs. That's what type of legs that.
He got his knees done.
Bro, Ezekiel Elliott, I could not believe this shit. I almost screamed. He was one of the top like 20 running backs available in fantasy, in my fantasy draft that I did on Saturday. This nigga, how was he the starting running back for the Cowboys? He averaged like 3.2 yards for the Patriots last year. Did y'all know he played for the Patriots?
No.
This team, the offensive line for the Cowboys is decimated. It's old. They need to get new players. They only have one premium pass rusher. That's Micah Parsons. And we all know Micah disappears when it comes December. That nigga goes away for Christmas mentally. As soon as Christmas hit, this motherfucker is looking for presents. But it ain't sacks. He only got sacks against teams with very weak offensive lines. And you know the NFC East, you play in the winter, you play the Eagles, you play the fucking Commanders or the Commies. You gonna play real teams.
Yeah.
The Cowboys would be smart to see how Dak Prescott plays. But I have Dak Prescott as my MVP this year because of the Joe Flacco effect. And what I mean by that is y'all remember Joe Flacco was looking for a contract? And they didn't know if he was going to get that contract. And that motherfucker won that Super Bowl. And he got that motherfucking contract.
He
The biggest contract. Remember that? Y'all going
to go hard.
Now,
he has to do that.
To Big Homie's Wayne's point, Big Homie Wayne is correct. Why you got to say anything? Because if you don't get in that inner circle, your ass will be playing for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. And I will say this real fast to all the Raiders fans in our Twitter and on YouTube hitting us up. For one, I'm not responding back to your comments because there's no reason. Obviously, you're idiots. And you're a fan, which means fanatic, which also means fuck boy. But to answer you on this format, hopefully you're watching. Y'all ain't won jack. And Gardner Minshew's y'all quarterback. Pause, nigga. Like, there's no reason for you to be coming at me all butthurt. And that pause was before I said butthurt. So I don't have to say it again, but for you pause, because y'all just are really that butthurt. Why the fuck wouldn't you agree with me that y'all organization is garbage? Your organization is trash. But y'all might get Dak Prescott. Because it doesn't seem like Dak is going to get re-signed. And they're definitely not going to re-sign that head coach. Because the Cowboys are probably going to get to the playoffs and lose again because they don't have a team. They have really top-heavy players. So to Rita's point and to Big Homie Wayne's point, they both right in their own special way. Dak Prescott should not re-sign with this team. If they do offer you $300 million, though, I would do it because you're not going to find a better situation in terms of the recognition. Because when you go to the Raiders, nobody's going to be talking about you on the national scene. You're going to diss the fuck up here. And with the Cowboys, even though you're a mediocre quarterback, people are still going to talk about you every day because you play for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But you are mediocre. But the Cowboys have no other choice but to pay this dude or to go into the draft. And they're not going to be bad enough to get the number one pick. And if anyone gets the number one pick that does not have a quarterback already, they ain't trading shit. So this is what the Cowboys are.
So you don't think that they can, like, the Cowboys kind of...
Nope. They might get Carson Beck. They might get another quarterback that emerges. But if Shador's number, like if Shador does 5 touchdowns again and 400 fucking yards throwing, there's no way on God's green earth that someone's going to pick. They're going to trade the number one pick unless they already have a quarterback. But most teams that pick number one don't. So just a quick aside. Let's say the Saints, for some particular reason, lose all their games are really bad.
I expect that, yes.
Let's say the Saints lose, they get rid of Derek Carr, and the Saints have the number one pick. You think they're going to trade with the fucking Cowboys and not get Shador Steve? No. Right. So what the Cowboys going to do? What they going to do? Start Trey Lance, the nigga that threw 5 interceptions? No. So both sides don't have nothing to do but to pay each other, get paid and pay him, and then let's keep it moving. Because if not, you're going to restart over and your team is no longer going to be 12 wins. Y'all are not going to be good for years. And you're going to have an expensive wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, and you're going to have an expensive defensive end / middle or linebacker, whatever, outside linebacker, and Micah Parsons. And you're going to have an expensive cornerback Diggs, but you're not going to have a complete team. You will be mediocre. You will be a 9-win team. Yeah. So this is a lose-lose situation for both of them. They both need to shut the fuck up and just go ahead and just understand that they both need each other. Because Dak will be irrelevant without the Cowboys, and the Cowboys will be irrelevant without Dak because they won't have a quarterback. And that's the league. So all of us is right. All of us is right.
So are you saying that if he doesn't win the Super Bowl for the Cowboys and he does get put on the chopping block, he could be like a Russell Wilson by career over?
No, he's way too talented to be career over, but he's going to go to he's not going to go to the New York Giants. Maybe. But they're going to have, if the New York Giants end up needing a quarterback, they're going to get rid of the whole front office and the coach. So now you're gonna have a new coach, new GM, new scouts, new people working in the strength conditioning department, and then you're gonna have a new quarterback, Dak Prescott. It's too much new. So that team's not going to just win. It's gonna take a few years. So he's gonna be a few years of irrelevancy. Then he's gonna be 35, and then it's gonna be like, now this nigga is Russell Wilson.
So what sorry ass team got a budget?
A lot of teams have a lot of teams have enough money to pay him, but it's like going to be like what, the Panthers? Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, but they got Bryce Young, but that's if Bryce Young doesn't work out. That's what I'm saying. There's no situation as good in the NFL as the Cowboys. Because as the Cowboys, you could win 12 games, get bounced every year out the playoffs, never win a championship. And in Dallas and in the national scene, you're going to be known as the quarterback for the Cowboys. Just like Tony Romo is still known as a quarterback for the Cowboys. And he ain't do shit.
Yeah.
And he still got a job.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's not about how good you are. Sometimes it's about how visible you are and how much people recognize you. That's messed up, but that's the world. People love popularity. Wayne, when you was in high school, were you the most popular dude in high school?
No.
Or top 25 or whatever?
No.
Sarita, were you?
I don't think so.
That's a lie. I remember. Everybody knew Sarita and everybody knew Tashika. Everyone knew both of y'all. So that's a lie.
Oh, yeah.
They were very, 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 very popular. It was all over that goddamn yearbook. I remember looking at the pictures.
Every page they was in every club.
Everybody was trying to talk to the sisters because they basically twins because they were only 1 year apart. So I remember these things because I was young looking at them like, oh, that's how high school going to be. And it wasn't. High school was very different from my black ass. But my point is that that's how the world is. World is still like high school. It's about popularity.
Yeah.
So that's how social media is. So that's the reason why he said that. So to wrap this all up, Dak, you need the Cowboys, and Cowboys, y'all need Dak. Because if that nigga go to the Raiders, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck at all. Nobody's gonna care, dog. If he goes to, I don't even know another team that need a quarterback right now. Like the Panthers, or if he goes to the Giants, or if he goes to the Jets, because Aaron Rodgers decides to hang it up. Like, I might give a fuck about that. Because he's gonna be 30 touchdowns. He's gonna be 10 interceptions. He's gonna be 4,100 yards every year. He's not gonna do anything spectacular. He's never gonna win an MVP. He's just not. This is who he is. He's been playing in the league for 10 years. We know Dak Prescott. He's mediocre. He's better than my black ass, but he ain't better than a lot of other niggas. He ain't. That's what I'm saying. So, good job on this topic, y'all. I really think that every one of us is completely right. Each one of us is right. So let's go on to good. Yes, nice clap. Let's go into Colorado. So I don't have a graphic for Colorado, but Colorado did play this weekend. They played Saturday or Friday. They had like their own little spot. I remember. It was one of them days. But they ended up playing North Dakota State. A lot of people was like, wow, they playing North Dakota State. That's like an easy win. Excuse me, North Dakota State.
There's no
they
easy
win
win.
No, first of all, that's true, big homie Wayne. But North Dakota State is one of the best teams in the nation in their own conference. They play in their own separate conference. But the last time they played actual teams that played in like the FCS or the FBS, they are 6-8. So they beat actual real teams. Like they beat like teams that are in the major conference of like college football. But Colorado, they did okay. Let me actually pull up their stats for the game. Colorado, they did beat North Dakota State. But a lot of people are kind of worried about them by looking at their rushing numbers and by looking at the time of possession, and then also looking at the fact that Shedeur Sanders had to throw the ball a drastic amount, very similar to last year. So last year they won 3 games. They lost one and then they won another one. There was 4-1, and then they proceeded to lose a ton more games in a row. I think about 6 or 7. So do y'all think that the shine is off of Colorado? There'll no longer be like this big national attention. And also, do you feel like Colorado could be in trouble? Rita, I'm gonna start with you.
Well, doing some research on there because I don't watch college football. Fuck it. But but okay, so apparently the reason why I guess like the number one player is the QB.
Yes.
And
Well,
then like
ish,
everybody
ish,
else.
ish, ish,
Yeah,
ish.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, and then I guess from what I've seen in the internets is that he's taking a whole bunch of like rejects and second class and redheaded stepchilds from other teams around the area and around the whole like conference that he's in and moved all of them into Colorado. And the thing that kind of like it kind of pisses me off, but at the same time I get it, is that they're saying that I think they're taking what Deion Sanders has said too literal. So he's talking cash money shit. He brought like all the bling and the fucking reality show, and it's just been crazy lit. And so everybody is taking everything that he said and everything that he's promised, and he's like, yo, we're gonna knock motherfucking SEC teams out. Like what? We're gonna get it. Um, and it's not being proven, like the action is not there. So now they're just like throwing all that back in his face. I feel like they're taking what he's saying too literal. There's nothing wrong with talking shit. And if you don't back it up, then it just makes you look like an asshole. So they're basically looking like assholes. But they did win that game, so it's just like, okay, so maybe the assholedom is not there, or maybe they just not really like slow, like they're starting off slow, or they're just playing bad football, and they're going to get to that elite level that he's been talking shit about. I don't know. Like, it's just that I don't think they're going to ever lose that spotlight just off the strength of that. This motherfucker just stays talking slick. And he still got that panache. He still got that pizzazz. He's bringing the media. So it's like the same thing from last year where it was like a show. It's the big show. And Sanders is like killing it. And the team is going to I think they might win more games this year if they can get it together. And I hope they learned something and figured out whatever the fuck went wrong last year. But bad football is bad football. Talking shit is talking shit. Don't take everything he says too literal. If like everybody goes into starting a season like, I'm going to go to the fucking championship this year, it don't matter how sorry they are. Everybody has that mindset. There's nothing wrong with thinking positive. There's nothing wrong with saying we're going to go ahead and whip everybody's ass. And then if you lose, you lose. Fuck it. But still, just learn from your mistakes and just keep moving forward. I don't think they're in trouble because they're still learning. They're still growing. They're trying to do what they got to do. But like I said, I don't really watch it clearly. I don't really dig into the details with college football. I just wait till the motherfuckers get to the league and then I scrutinize them. But I don't know. Like, it's just a weird thing. I mean, if they do good, they do good. If they don't, they don't. I mean, the team's always been trash, right? So who gives a fuck? Stop taking what he says too literal.
Right.
Okay. Big homie Wayne.
Rita's absolutely correct. I agree with her full-heartedly. My thing is, where are the rappers? Where are all the celebrities and everybody that they brought out last year in the first half of the season where everybody was like, yo, y'all need that encouragement again. And they're not there anymore, because just like in hip hop or anything else in our culture is like, this shit is important now, and then we move it out and this shit's not important anymore. So that shit was done last year. They had their time last season for like the first 6, 7, 8 games, 6, 7 games, something like that. Now their time is done. They're not as important as they were. And I disagree with you on this, Rita. You cannot talk shit. You cannot talk shit if you're not learning and not progressing. See, just like you said, they're getting a bunch of ragtags from anywhere. Because I personally don't believe that. I don't believe that Deion is doing his due diligence with these players and doing what he's supposed to do by learning what they can do. Because just like James said, they're just doing the same shit they were doing last year. Like, there's no defense. No defense. I'm sorry. They're not running the ball as much, or they're running the ball as little as they were last year. Shador has to throw the ball up because, and regardless of what you say, they may have like a shitty ground game, but it's Shador that needs to get those numbers. That Deion wants him to have those numbers. It just so happens to be that Travis Scott was his name. Travis
Hunter, not Travis Scott.
It just so happens that they need him. They like Shador can't pass it to himself. He can't hand it off to himself. Like, they need Travis Hunter more than they need Deion. And I'm being absolutely real. If you're going to keep Shador, you have to keep Travis as well. Excuse me. So I personally believe that, yes, their time is done. Yes, they're going to win a couple more games. But the shine was off last year. You just came back in and kind of like, open the door a little bit and check and see if the shine was kind of still there, if they still kind of had it. And they won, but that doesn't mean that the shine is still there. You know, if you could pull up the stats again, James, if you don't mind. Like it's all just speaking to Shador. You know, 59, you couldn't even break 100 rushing yards. That's wild. You know, you had the ball for less than 30 minutes. Like, you're not really playing the game, man. You're playing like, this is Madden numbers, dog. This is the shit that we put up in Madden. Like, you try to run the ball in Madden, but they can read your shit and they knock you out. I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna just start throwing it in the air and see if I can't get it that way. That's exactly what Deion did with Colorado. I'm not saying, okay, Deion is talking shit because that's what Deion does. Deion is that person. He's not gonna not do it, but he doesn't have that, I don't know, camaraderie or that, I don't know. He doesn't have that celebrity that he had last year because everybody was a part of him last year. Cam and Mace were talking shit with him. He had all of the Migos that came out there with him. Everybody all dressed up and diamond up, had his mama come out there and shit. And now it's just like, bro, ain't nobody caring no more. You know, like that time that you had back then was up. Like now, last year wasn't the time to prove. Last year was the time to get on the map, and you did that. This year is the time to prove. You had time to get more players. You had more time to train these players, and you had more time to learn these players, which I don't think Deion did in any way, shape, or form. Just like you said, I think he just brought the players in and said, "Hey, you'll be good in this position. You'll be good in that position. You do numbers." But he doesn't. I don't think he's as good of a coach as everybody else is. And
do y'all have plays? Like, are y'all actually creating plays, or are you just throwing this shit?
Yeah, just kind of. It just kind of seems like
an offensive line coordinator.
Exactly. And James, correct us if we're wrong. You know, but it just kind of seems as if he's played Madden rather than playing college football. You know what I mean? And let us, if we're wrong, you know me, I don't mind being wrong, but I just feel like this is Shador's team. They're on here to lift Shador up, and it just so happened to have Travis on there with him, so he has to be in the limelight as well. I'm not hating on Deion. I'm not hating on Shador. I'm just saying that this team, as far as being in the limelight, I think it's over until they start winning more and more and more, until they start getting to some championships or they get to the championship. I don't see it happening for them. Their time was up last year. This time is this is the year to show and prove. And I'm not going to say they can't do it. I'm gonna wait and see because I don't feel like they can't do it. But James, correct us if we're wrong, bro.
Nah, I mean, I think that y'all had some really good points. This team has the same problems that they had last year in terms of, we talked about the rushing is a problem. The defense is also a problem. They can't generate consistent pressure on the outside when it comes to the defensive line. The offensive line is completely rebuilt. They got transfers from all over the nation. So they have all new starters besides, I think, one, and he only started a few games last year. So you have different offensive line to protect Shador Sanders. Last year, Shador was sacked the most out of any quarterback in the FBS. So that is crazy. Like, he's getting hit a lot. So you can't really be a consistent quarterback, and Shador was still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I say all that to say, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, the shit still looks the same because it takes years to build a program. And the problem with Deion is that he is a person that gets a lot of attention, certainly from the media, because he's primetime Deion Sanders. But this team won one game before he went there. Now they've won 3. Last year they won 4. So that was like a crazy improvement. The main thing with this team this year, and the reason why I think they're in trouble, is because of who they play. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick because I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see who they play this year. It is not something that's going to be just like a simple type of thing. So let me know. Can y'all see my screen?
Their next game is Nebraska.
So their next. Let me zoom in a little bit to show y'all, make it a little easier for everybody out there in the inner world. Okay, so
Nebraska.
Hold on, Rita. People thought that they was going to destroy North Dakota State. They didn't. They barely won. Now they're going to play Nebraska. Now, Rita, last year they beat Nebraska. So Nebraska is not as great as you think. The problem is that their coach is Matt Rule. Matt Rule last year was his first year. Matt Rule, the way he works is that his first year, his team is garbage. They weren't bad last year. Then the next year, they start to build. By the third year, they're like a top 10 team in all of football. So they're probably going to lose this game next week. Then they play Colorado State. That's a win. They play Baylor. Baylor is not a football team, so that's probably a win. But then they play UCF. That's going to be a tough game. They play Kansas State. That's a ranked team. They play Arizona. That's a ranked team. They play Cincinnati. That's an all right team, depending. Texas Tech. That's a tough team.
You can't sleep on Texas Tech, baby.
They play Colorado. They play Kansas, and then they play Oklahoma City. They play several ranked opponents that are ranked at this time. That don't mean that they're going to be ranked, you know what I'm saying, throughout this entire time, because the rankings change. Right. But my point is that when it comes to their schedule, and when it comes to the fact that they barely beat North Dakota State and they showed the same weaknesses, Colorado's in trouble. And I hope and pray that they understand that Deion is going to need 5 years to build this team, because he has to do his own recruiting when these cats are, sophomores or juniors, and then they got to come through and then redshirt for a year and then play. So it's going to take years to build up this team, because this team is a one-win team. They won one game. But when you got Facebook documentaries about you, when you have a constant social media presence covering you, when every time you say something a little different to the media, it gets covered nationally, people don't have patience. And to Wayne's point, that's why the rappers are gone. That's why the celebrities are gone. Because they were a social media darling, but they weren't a good team. And they still ain't. They still are not a good team. I will be surprised if they win 5 games this year. They play a real schedule.
So, last year was a real schedule. Because I remember last year when you were like, they about to play this team and they're going to lose. They're going to lose. As soon as when you said that first week, they were going to lose. And they started to lose too. You said you nailed it. But I want to go back to a question I asked you last year that you really didn't answer. You answered it, but it wasn't like the answer that I wanted.
Oh, thanks.
If you had a son, would you allow your son to play for Colorado Buffaloes under Deion Sanders?
Yes, I would.
You would? Okay.
Because 2 reasons. One, you get the experience, not just Coach Deion, but the coaches that are around Coach Deion. Y'all know Warren Sapp is the defensive tackle coach?
Oh, no, what are their fucking loss?
This is his first year, man. He hasn't.
Oh, that's a mistake. I can't stand
you don't like
that
Warren.
No.
You don't like Warren Sapp? Why?
No.
As a player, as a human.
As a player and as a human, no. No wonder. Oh, it's over.
Why you don't like Warren Sapp? I'm very interested in this. Why don't you like Warren Sapp? What'd he do to you?
He talks shit every fucking game. I swear. And then if you look at him at the end of the game, he always had a black eye because they was whipping his ass. And that's how much he talked shit. And he wasn't even that good. He was just a big fat ass.
First of all, he was one of the smallest defensive tackles in
he loves
the NFL.
Secondly, yo, every time James asks you, I'm sure to know he's got these stats, man. He's gonna kill you with them. So, but he also loved the prostitutes too, man. I don't think he'd be too focused. Yeah.
I don't remember what my point was. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Warren Sapp.
Dark dude, big dude.
He ain't that big. He's only like 5'10". He's not big. He was small. He was very small.
I'm thinking of the short little asshole. Hold on.
Anyway, my point is to answer Big Homie Wayne question. Yes, I would let my child play for him because you get to experience a high level of coaching in terms of the position coaches, because everyone wants Deion to win. He has a lot of friends. That's why you got Pat Shermer is like the defensive coordinator.
Friends, man.
You're asking me.
Yeah, I know, but who cares about who?
Because you don't get the opportunity to actually play for a lot of former head coaches when you're going into college. My kid will get the opportunity to learn techniques and learn the game from people that are very, very experienced. Not from Deion, but from the coaches that are there. because he has great
And you
coaches.
don't
They
think
just
that he
don't
can
have the
pick that up
players yet.
at another college where he can actually
Of
grow
course,
and learn
but of
instead of
course,
just
but
being like, "Hey guys, the party's
but
over here."
oh
You
wait,
know,
wait.
like
So that's the thing. You talking about growing and learning. You don't think that Travis is better? You don't think that Shador is better?
I don't know if Shador is better or not.
Shador is
I don't.
better than what he was
Okay,
when he
well,
was playing.
then the answer to your question that I didn't answer is yes. Shador is
Yeah,
better. Like I said, I don't know if he's better.
they are
I
developing,
think
and that's the
Travis.
only thing
Got
you
you.
can do.
Who else?
I mean, that's the
Because Travis,
problem. They
because
don't
Travis Hunter,
have.
he ain't got no choice but to develop. He's playing every fucking role.
Well,
The only
he's
thing nigga
playing.
ain't doing is teaching or coaching. So I mean, yeah, he has no choice but to develop. And Shador is going to develop because he's a Sanders. He's going to be number one on that team regardless. But you're talking about everybody else on that team. You're talking about your son on that team. You think your son will have a great NFL career if he were to go to Colorado Buffaloes under Deion Sanders?
I didn't say that. You asked me would I
I'm asking,
let him go.
would you let him go?
Now you're adding a whole nother element to it.
Okay, my bad then, because I thought
Yeah,
that kind
because
of
that's different. Because if it's Alabama or Colorado, he's going to Alabama. If it's Michigan or Colorado,
but
he's
I
going
asked
to
you that.
Michigan.
I didn't time
No,
out. Just because I did not add any more teams in doesn't mean you can act dumb about the question. The question
I'm
straight up
not.
was,
I
would
said
you
yes.
allow your son
Yes.
to play under Colorado?
I said yes.
For Colorado under Deion Sanders.
I
What
said
about the
yes.
other teams? What about if you had a choice? What about the other team?
If I had a choice of every other team or Colorado, that's not a choice. That's not a choice. Colorado's not my number one pick for my child. If that's what you asking, then that's totally different. That's totally different.
Okay,
because they're not. Because you're asking about 162 other teams. Colorado's not number one, nigga. There's no for nobody, for no one on in the nation. He's number one besides Shador Sanders, or if your last name is Sanders, or Travis Hunter, because they both play. Because Deion played multiple positions, and so does Travis. Other than that, there's no reason why you would go there. None, because you can get paid more going to Texas, which is where I would tell my son to go to Texas. Really getting attacked. But what was your other part of your question? Because you said you had two. That was one. What was the other part? Or is that just one? Oh, I said two caveats. My second caveat was that he can always transfer to another team because of the NIL. So if it doesn't work out, just like it hasn't worked out for a lot of players that went to Colorado from high school, they went to other teams. And you can do it. Okay. Baker Mayfield, transfer. Patrick Mahomes, transfer. Well, Trevor Lawrence didn't, but shit, he could have. A lot of other players, quarterbacks, players have transferred to other teams. Michael Penix, he transferred. He was a top 5, top 10 pick. Bo Nix transferred pick. So, yes, you can do that. But no, Colorado's not a number one choice for my child. That's idiotic for any parent to think that.
So but you would still allow him if like no other college teams came for him.
If no one else gave him an offer, you're going wherever you're going. It doesn't matter. If it's
Delaware.
Right. I mean, if it's now think about it like this. If it's North Dakota State, South Dakota State, if it's Colorado, if it's Oregon, and then it's USC, I would tell my son to go to USC.
Yeah.
If it's Colorado, fucking Delaware State, fucking Appalachian State, University of Tennessee, sorry, Courtney, and fucking Texas A&M, I'm gonna tell my son to go to Colorado if he could start. Because you're playing Colorado, I believe have a better system than those other schools. So it's a tough question to answer because each school is different. But Deion Sanders is not the reason why this team is not going to win. The reason why the team's not going to win because they don't got good players. It's a simple thing. You got to have the players, man.
Who's picking the players?
He is. Their team is. They're scouting. And when you scouting, and it takes you a long time to scout these cats, man, that's the reason why Alabama didn't just win their first year when they got their coach. It takes years. And we all want Deion to win now because we don't want to give nobody any patience. College football takes patience. All right. Good topic. Let's move on to the Steelers. I think this is also going to be another long one. I'm going to just say it like this. Russell Wilson, he got selected to be the starting quarterback this year for the Steelers. Keyword starting at the start because this might change. Russell Wilson, as a lot of us already know, played for the Denver Broncos last year, and he got cut with about 4 games left in the season. And they decided to start a guy that a lot of y'all never heard of, Jason Statham. Jason Stidham. One of them Stidhams. They decided to start him, which was actually a Texas quarterback phenom back in the day, like 10 years ago, instead of Russell Wilson, and they cut Russell Wilson due to cap considerations. Russell Wilson is playing on a $1 million deal right now. And he was named the starting quarterback after not looking too bad in the preseason, but he also had a terrible game, just like Justin Fields did. So I'm going to ask my host, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that the Steelers are going to get #1 pick? And do you think the Steelers are wrong for letting Russell Wilson be the starting quarterback? Rita, I'm going to start with you.
No, I do not think they're going to get the #1 pick. They're going to start off on pick 20, and it's downhill from there. Facts. Okay. Okay, they're not getting the #1 pick, period.
Think Russell Wilson's going to be good this year?
Unless they're 0-17.
Okay, so you think Russell Wilson's going to be good?
Yeah, as of today, when you Google it, they're starting at pick 20. That's my defense.
Okay. All right.
So I think that it's cool that they snatched up Russell, because one thing is that he has a Super Bowl championship. Fact. He has a Super Bowl championship under his belt. And he's an old head, and he brings the leadership. And he's one of 4 captains. Stop it. Ooh. Sorry, y'all.
That's all right.
Little gremlin, you. Do you think Russell Wilson is going to do good? Yes.
Like, who cares? Who the hell is that?
So I think he's going to do well. He brings the leadership. He is actually already meshing well with the team already. I didn't see that bonding with the Broncos. He seemed totally disconnected from them. I feel like he's going to be connected to the Steelers. He's going to bond with them. They already started bonding. He came into the practice and shit hella late, but I feel like this might be a good look for him. And this is one other thing that this is the thing. He took a pay cut. He's only getting $1 million. He took a pay cut. He was getting 38 or 39.
He had to take one. They cut him.
Right?
You got to take what you can get.
He's still getting that money. He's still getting that money. That's because he got cut from another team. Though. Yeah.
But his actual salary is a pay cut. I have been there taking a pay cut, leaving from one job to the other. Okay. I took a pay cut to leave this one job to go to the job that I have 13 years in now. And at first I was like, damn, what am I doing? But I saw the vision and saw the potential and saw like where I could go with the place I went. So I took a $3 pay cut and went to this other place. Now I like surpassed that by like 10. So it's just like, maybe he sees a vision. Maybe he sees that he can probably get one more championship, not bowl, unless a miracle, but one more championship in. But he sees the vision and he's going to work hard. And I think he's going to prove all the people wrong that was talking shit when he was with the Broncos. I think this is a good look. I dig it. I love it.
Okay. All right. Big homie Wayne, we're going to go to you.
No, I can't agree with you on that one. I mean, I think he has to prove people wrong because he has to. You know, like but he's not going to do it. I don't feel him. I don't feel it in him. You know, him winning this season. Let me see what I have pulled up. I'm sorry, I apologize. So the first game they have is the Falcons, and I think that they're going to win that one. But I think that's not going to show enough of. I think people, especially maybe Pittsburgh, they may see it and like, we got to go with this game. We got to go. Okay, you gonna do okay. You know how we all did when we went. Like, he gonna be good over here. You playing the Falcons, my nigga. The next game after that go be the Broncos. So they look like they go win their first couple of games, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna win because of Russell Wilson. I think his time's up. I think it's over. I think after he being 35, age does matter. He's no Tom Brady. I don't see it happening for him. I see it. I see that, they cut him last year. I think they're going to – this is what's going to be embarrassing. So they cut him last year, And now they're starting him on this game, but they're gonna knock him down to second string within the season. I see that happening full heartedly. I think he's gonna play a couple quarters, and then they're gonna put the other guy in and gonna be like, hey, the other guy's better, and they're gonna place him on at second string. They're gonna remove him with the other QB. I think like his time is really up. I think his time is up. Not saying that he can't play, but to start him is crazy. It's like the Steelers are better than this. They are a full-blooded, winning team in the NFL. They have the accolades. They have the rings. They have everything. So for them to make such a stupid decision and put Russell Wilson in, but on the flip, it may be that maybe they're giving him one last hurrah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Before he can get out of here. Because I don't see how he's going to do anything well for this team this season, especially being with the number one or being the starting QB. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of the season. It's a waste of half the season because they are going to they're going to cut him short. And I say that with who's the other QB on there, Jane? Justin Fields. So I know Fields didn't do great. You know what I mean last year, but I feel like Fields could do better just learning stuff from Russ, not Russ being in. Like Fields going to learn by watching Russ fuck up this season, but then I think Russ should have just been in to make Fields be a little better. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I know you're trying to be funny, James, by saying they got the number one draft pick, but I don't see it. I don't see it.
Okay.
They may get like the number 2 draft pick. But yeah. They may get the number 2 draft pick.
Okay. Hold on, wait. I don't think it's a waste of money because it's only 1.2 million. They pissed that selling hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's not a waste of money.
But it was 1.2 million that they could have given to somebody else that wasn't 35 years old.
They could have gave it to us for designing the t-shirts.
Hey,
true.
Hey, there's a lot. There's a lot more things they could have done with that 1.2, 1.5 mil that they gave Russ. Like, he's short.
Can we do a Russell Wilson crying t-shirt?
All right, so I want to go ahead and respond to both of y'all. When it comes to Russell Wilson, I do not believe that Russell Wilson is going to be a detriment to the Steelers. I just don't. The Steelers are going to have a winning season because their coach, Mike Tomlin, is an amazing leader, motivator, but also he's a hell of a defensive mind. This team is still going to win 9 or 10 games, even in the toughest division in football, because they do it every single year, and it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Last year, the quarterback was Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is awful. Kenny Pickett is now the backup in Philly, and he barely made the fucking team as the second string quarterback. And he was salty when he got traded. So anything is an upgrade from what they previously had. The problem with the Steelers is that they don't have a second wide receiver. Their offensive line is getting old, and they do have to battle the Bengals with Joe Burrow back, Lamar Jackson with Derrick Henry now, which a lot of people just not even talking about. And also the Browns, who historically has like the same type of defense in terms of statistics as the fucking 1985 Bears. Or was it the 86 Bears that were undefeated? Can't remember. My point is that even with all that against them, the Steelers are still going to be a good team. But they are going to probably go ahead and make the change to Justin Fields during the regular season. Because Russell Wilson is unfortunately going to have a time where he just doesn't look great. And the reason why Russell Wilson doesn't look great is because he doesn't pull the trigger. He doesn't go for the big plays. The wide receivers are going to get frustrated. Motherfuckers in the locker room are going to get frustrated. He's going to dink and dunk. He can no longer be athletic and run out of those plays. He can't save the offensive line. And the person that can do that is Justin Fields. Justin Fields can right now go ahead and be like, you know what? We are going to straight up and down run this ball. And Justin Fields is going to throw it like 5. He's going to throw play action passes. He's going to throw it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. And then that is it. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Once Russell Wilson gets knocked, gets sacked a lot and he's just not playing well and they lose like 2 or 3 games straight, they're going to go to Justin Fields, and Justin Fields is going to be athletic enough to escape the pocket when he needs to. He's going to be able to throw big bombs and everything of that nature, but he's just not going to be a quarterback that's going to have a 70% completion percentage. And that's fine. And that's good enough for the Steelers to win. Way more than good enough.
Do you think that him not having that 7% is? Do you think that he can get better? If
Justin Fields can get better, but
can Russ help him get better?
No. I don't think that Russ can help him get better. I think Russ can show him like this is what I saw, but I don't know if Russ is that type of dude. Not every dude is going to want to teach their replacement. Not everybody like that. Some people are like, man, fuck you. You saw what Brett Favre did to Aaron Rodgers. He was like, yo, pick up my donuts, bitch. Like he treated him like garbage. He didn't teach Aaron Rodgers dick. And that was weird. Him and Aaron Rodgers are friends. Isn't that weird? Because the same thing that happened to him.
No.
Hey, Jordan Love kicked his ass up out of there.
White people crazy, man. He probably went up to Brett Favre and was like, dude, I totally understand why you did that to me. Thank you so much for treating me. You treated me like shit so much to where I want to be your friend. It's
probably some weird shit like that. But I think that the Steelers are going to be fine. I don't think that they are going to be bad enough to get the number 1 pick. There's a lot of teams that have worse players. But the quarterback is going to switch. Russell is going to be gone by week 8. His ass is going to be on the bench. Week 8? Yeah, man. Justin Fields is the schedule is not bad. Like they're going to probably lose to the Falcons. That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be a tough game. Yeah, they got Kirk Cousins. Falcons got Kirk Cousins. And if Kirk gets hurt, they got Michael Penix, which looked in the preseason fucking Kirk Cousins. So they got good. That team is ready. They just need a quarterback, and I think they got 2, which is a problem. And they got 2 quarterbacks, and you got none. But
and they still got Dijon Mustard, right?
They got Dijon. They got they have a lot of offensive weapons that has never, besides Dijon, besides him, that have really not shown their potential. But you can't do it when you don't have a quarterback. The quarterback that started for the Falcons last year, he out the league right now.
What happened to him?
He went to Seattle and didn't win the backup job.
Oh wow!
He got cut, man. Right now, he don't got no team. That's how bad that dude was. He probably next, upcoming. So somewhere. So
yeah.
They're gonna. I think they're gonna probably be like 4-4, and then they're gonna make this. They're gonna make the switch to Justin Fields, which makes sense, which is more than fair. So that'd technically be 10 weeks, actually, Wayne. And I feel like he's gonna get them over the hump. He's gonna be able to run around when the offensive line gets deteriorated because the offensive line.
I think that's too late. I still think that's too late in the season for them. They should try a little.
I don't know, but I do feel like we're gonna see. That's the reason why I love this season, because the Steelers are really gonna be like a team that you want to watch because you want to see what Russell does. I hope Russell has a breakout year, and I feel like next year he can leave the Steelers and go to another team. And Justin Fields could be the starter. Ain't no reason to rush Justin Fields. He need time to develop anyway. He been getting his brains bashed in for years with the fucked up Bears. So give him a chance to chill. All right, 2 more topics left. Our next.
Ain't no chilling in football.
Shit, it is if you're a backup and you making $10-20 million a year just to sit there on the fucking bench. It's chilling for me. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? I would have loved to have been Tom Brady's backup. Are you fucking crazy? Tom only didn't play like 1 year. That was when Tom got injured. Other than that, you were just sitting there on the clipboard making 15 milli. Brian Hoyer, I'm talking about you. Brian Hoyer was sitting his ass on the bench. Matt Castle was sitting his ass on the bench. So, all right. Now, I love the fact that we're talking about the WNBA. The players call it the W, which makes me the reason why I started calling it the W, because the players call it the W. So we wanted to talk about who do we think is the best player in the W right now. Now, of course, we only have 3 of the elite players, but just to talk about these wonderful athletes really quick, AJ Wilson is basically pushing the champion Vegas Aces back into playoff position with her amazing performances. I think she's averaged about 30 points for the last 10 games. She's been phenomenal. Of course, she led us to the gold medal as well, but she is probably one of statistically the best players in the W period. And then you have Caitlin Clark, someone that has finally started to get comfortable in the W, hitting step backs, making people fall on the floor, crossing people up. And of course, she's one of the best passers and 3 point shooters already. She's already broken the 3 point percentage or 3 points made record for a rookie. And then Angel Reese, her main competitor, which people, say, Angel Reese has
How the
broken
hell
the
is Angel Reese the
rebound
main competitor? Fuck that
for
shit.
Caitlin Clark. That's the main rivalry, is what people say.
'Cause I think
But
from college too.
Ca-
From college.
Caitlin Clark
I'm
is her enemy, not vice versa.
okay, cool. So Caitlin Clark is her enemy. So when it comes to Angel Reese has broken the rebounding record for all players. And she has done this not just for rookies, but the rebounding record in general. So we are missing a lot of different players within the NBA. But just to focus on these three, who do y'all just really about what do y'all think about these three amazing players? Because to me, and I want to go with my opinion first, because I've been letting y'all go first this whole episode. I want to really just talk about how Angel Reese is literally on a really, really bad team. And to me, it's messed up. The Chicago Sky only got 11 wins. They're not going to make it to the playoffs. And there's nothing that Angel Reese can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it because she's not a 3 point shooter. That's not her game. So she can't go out there and shoot a bunch of threes. She's not a ball handler. So she can't go out there and make a whole bunch of plays happen and make a whole bunch of assists. But when you have a game where you get 20 rebounds and y'all team still loses, that means that it's the team around her. So hopefully she gets way better players. But y'all know that the W is really hard to make a team. Like most of the people that get drafted don't make the actual rosters. It's really hard and it's very competitive. And it's a lot of like teams are like, oh, you're an older vet. We want you to make money. So they don't really let newcomers in. But Angel is basically going to be a Hall of Famer just because of the fact that she owns the rebounding record already. And I'm pretty sure next year she's going to break it. But she cannot really have a story in the playoffs because her team won't make it. And sports is not about really like stats or anything. It's about the story. And her main story that she came into the W with is her versus Angel Reese because of the shit talking and trash talking they had in college and the fact that they played each other in college and the fact that, LSU beat Caitlin Clark's team in college and then Caitlin Clark returned the favor the year after. All of that creates this dope story. But the problem with the W is that you can't tell a dope story if you don't have teams and players playing against each other in the playoffs, which is when everyone watches it. But it's not going to happen because Angel Reese's team is garbage. So Chicago Sky, I implore y'all to do better. Get better players, trade, surround her with talent because then she can compete. Until you do that, it's going to be the Caitlin Clark show and the Aja Wilson show because they actually have teams that can win. And Caitlin Clark affects winning way more right now because she scores more and her team has actual players like Boston and other players that know how to screen and can shoot. So that's my whole thought about the W right now. I really do love Angel Reese. Aja Wilson is the best. She is like LeBron James right now. Caitlin Clark is a beast and she's coming. But Caitlin Clark's team is way better. And I'm so surprised that they had the number one pick because that shit is not fair. That team already has some actual all-star players. And now they add her ass and it's just way better. So to tell a proper story, to tell a proper story, the Olympics, you got to have competitors and you got to have rivals playing against each other in the playoffs. That's what we all want. And that's what's going to make us watch. So, big homie Wayne, I'm going to start with you next. What are your thoughts about these three amazing players and just really about, my diatribe about the W?
Um, well, you know me. I'm Angel Reese all day. Um, you say three amazing players. That's great. Caitlyn and Angel is the main reason why everybody's watching. When people start watching, then they'll flock to Asia and understand, like, excuse me, that she is really good too. But they're not watching because of Asia. They're watching because of Caitlin Clark, and they're watching because of Angel Reese. Excuse me. I hate the fact that I'll say it because it's the same thing that we said before we started. It's a white and black issue. I think that this is actually black versus white. I think when it comes to Caitlyn and Angel, they portray Angel as like this. It's crazy because her name's Angel, but they put her as like the demonic character in the W, right? Like she's just like this evil villain of Caitlin Clark's, and Caitlin Clark's just like this pretty little, her hair just swings all in the air and shit. She shoots 3-pointers like Curry, and she makes it. But then you have like this mean black girl that comes in and she's angry and she's trying to stop her. She wants to be like the number one. She's trying to, like, this is the same shit all over again. Like if you want to say that her team sucks, that's why she's not getting as much recognition. That's fine. I personally believe that it's because Caitlin Clark is in the league as well. Don't forget, I like to remind everybody that Caitlin Clark was the one in everybody's faces doing like this. Doing the fucking John Cena, Tony Yayo to everybody. You can't see me. You can't do this, and shooting up in Jays. And when she got her ass whooped, then it was all sad, and all her people are sad for her. No, it's okay. So now, when you have Angel Reese, who, like, she's on the sideline and she's clapping because somebody knocked down Caitlin Clark when they blocked her shot, knocked her down, or pushed her down, and she's clapping. She looks like the bad guy. No, keep in mind. Personal space. Everybody likes personal space, right? Go back and look at those playoffs last year when they was in college, when Caitlin Clark was doing all like this in everybody's fucking face, and that was cool. That was fun. Oh, let me go buy her jersey and let's go spend our life saving on these tickets and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that was cool. But now you got somebody who's like, oh, I remember that shit. I remember that. And when they go to the NBA, the WNBA, and they remember that, now it's like, oh, she's being mean. And oh, that's not sportsmanlike. That's disgusting. That's ghetto. Go on Reddit and see what they say about Angel Reese. That's ghetto. That instead of her just sitting down and, that's how you play the game. That's what the whole shit with the NBA too. That's why everybody's a bunch of pussies in the NBA too. You can't play like Charles Barkley. You got somebody like Draymond Green who's playing real sports, and he can't play it because everybody's so sensitive and a bunch of punks. The same with Angel Reese. Like, she's on the sideline saying, yeah, F her up. Fuck her up. That's right. That's how we play around here. Tough. And what are y'all doing? Oh, she's ghetto. Oh, she's sad. Oh, she's this. It's black and white. It's Trump and Kamala, exactly what it always is. And that's why I love Angel Reese to death, because she knows that and she's not playing into it. She's playing the game her way. I'm glad she has people around her that's like, yo, this is what it is. Play your game your way. Your time will come. I promise you. Because all this Caitlin Clark shit is going to go away in a little bit. Trust me. Y'all just have every once in a while, there's this great white hope that comes around and saves the day for everybody. And right now it's Caitlin Clark. So they put her high up on that pedestal, but there has to be a devil. And that's where Angel Reese comes in. And I don't like that. I don't like that because they're forgetting about all this shit here when she was doing all this. Always remember this. Then you have Asia Wilson, right? Asia Wilson. Don't know a whole lot about her, but I will say this. Like I said before, she is the Oksana Bayul in this situation. If you may not know who that is, so my favorite sports catastrophe, I guess if you want to call it, I can watch it all day long. I love it. It's Nancy Kerrigan and my God, what's the other lady's name, man? Nancy Kerrigan and help me, Rita. I forget her name.
Kate,
Like,
oh shit, Kate, something. Damn it.
No. Damn, I feel so bad right now. So you got Nancy Kerrigan and the person who tried to sabotage her career. Damn.
Tanya Harding.
Thank you. I apologize about that, y'all. I'm professional. But you have like Nancy Kerrigan, who is just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. She practiced all her life to be like the greatest figure skater of all time. And she did that. And then you had this hater in Tanya Harding, who she practiced her whole life too, but she was trailer trash. And she couldn't afford it like Nancy Kerrigan could. So what she did, she get her trailer trash friends and knocked her knee out so that she couldn't compete anymore. And when they found out it was her, it was Tanya Harding and her little trailer trash friends, They kicked her out. They did all this. They made a big news conference, and the whole time Nancy Kerrigan was just sitting back like damn. All I want to do is compete. And they finally get to the Olympics after talking about this story for ages. They finally get to the Olympics. Kerrigan and Harding. Who's going to win? This person did better than that person. Nancy Harding was all pissed off because her shoelace was like, my shoelace is messed up and I can't go because my shoelace. Can I go another time? And Nancy Kerrigan like, here we go. Who's going to win? Harding, Nancy, Harding. Oksana Bayol wins out of nowhere. And if you watch those videos, no way hers was better than either one of their performances. But she won and took home the gold. Why? Because people are so tired of hearing this story. People are so fed up with this Tanya and Nancy Kerrigan. And Nancy just like, yo, how is this my fault? Like, I just wanted to win. People want to destroy me. I just wanted to compete and win. And they got this trailer trash who came and ruined my story for me. So now you bring this other person in, Oksana Bayol, and she wins everything. And we just sitting there with our hands up because of what this person did, because of what Caitlin Clark did. That's why I don't like. A'ja Wilson is coming out as the number one in this story. She's coming out. She's going to win all the accolades that there is to win because of what Caitlin Clark did to Angel Reese. This is that kind. This is Harding and Kerrigan all over again. And A'ja Wilson's going to come in and sweep up and be like America's sweetheart, the greatest thing in the world because of all this here, because we're forgetting about this, because she's the new great white hope for them. You know what I mean? And James, I'm sorry, bro. You wanted to bring this. Oh, well, no, I think I may have wanted to bring this up. But James, I apologize, bro. I know you don't like me going off on the whole white black tangent. I understand. But that's exactly what it is between these two.
Wait.
And then you got the other person coming in.
Pause. I'll let you talk for like 15 minutes. Let me address what you just said. For one, I'm black. Yet again, on the podcast, I have to say this. Please don't think that I don't understand what black and white people go through as a person that's actually been arrested because of my skin. I'm going to say that because not everyone that's listening to us know what the fuck is going on, and a lot of people are new. So let me say that for new motherfuckers that know what's going on. I'm not a Republican, so please don't paint me as some person, a black person that don't know what the fuck is up.
Okay.
Now,
got you.
With that said, let me respond back to what you said.
Let me say this real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Let me say that real quick, and then you can go off. So it's not about you not knowing the problems of the African American community. It's not like that. It's just that when we do this podcast, we have to be. We can't just say everything that we want to say. I understand that we have a lot of people that watch.
It's not that. It's the fact that we're conscious of all people. Exactly. But you are right. In this circumstance is what I was trying to say. Is all I'm trying to say is yes, it is about black and white. Yes, it is. And that's what makes it whack, because we can't have that black and white story like Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird, which was the exact same thing. And the reason why we can't have that story is, like I said previously, before you went and talked about it, is because Larry Bird came into the Celtics. They were a championship team. I don't know how the fuck they got the second pick or whatever they did, but they got Larry Bird and they were with a championship team. Magic Johnson went to the Lakers. They had a historic center in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy. So when they played, it made sense and it was powerful because you had two elite teams. Angel Reese, no matter what the fuck's going on with her skin color, is with a team that is trash. And the WNBA has to do better with surrounding her with talent. And the reason why I say the WNBA is because they have the ability to help that team grow. The only way that people are going to watch the W is if you do have stuff like this. And it's messed up, it's based off race, but that's what it is. And it is the rivalry. And both teams have to be good for us to be able to watch it. Because I want to see a playoff series where they got to play each other 5 times. That's what I want to see. And right now, you won't see that with the Chicago Sky because they suck. And they will not give Angel Reese any type of leeway. A lot of it had to do with race and all of that shit. But at the end of the day, the story that we all want to see is 2 elite players playing against each other, certainly rookies. So that was my only point to go back to what you were saying. I totally agree that the reason why we're watching this is because of race. Straight up. Now, Rita, what do you think about Angel Reese, A'ja Wilson, and Caitlin Clark?
I think Asia Wilson is the number one player in the league. In the league, period. For a few reasons. One, you did touch on one of them, but out of 12 actual rankings, 12 rankings, which is like lead scorer, rebounds, whatever the fuck else, assists,
Steals,
uh,
assists, points.
steals, um, what else? Hold on. I had this shit up before I was rudely interrupted by Steffi State, but okay, great. I fucking lost it. Anyway, out of 12 rankings, Asia is on seven of those lists in the top five. That's fucking incredible. Um, Angel Reese is on like two, and Caitlin Clark is on like one. So fuck out of here with that. So I love her for that. The second thing is why she's number one in my book is because her dress game. You, as an all around athlete, there's a whole persona. Okay, you got to be balling, out of control, on and off the court. On the court, she's a fucking beast. 7 out of 12. Off the court, when she comes into the stadium, her dress game is sick. She is so beautiful. And I was just like, God damn, I wish I was just like 5'9".
I'm pretty sure she's like 6'4",
Girl,
but all right.
legs for days. Sharp.
Yeah, she's like
and
six.
still
Yeah,
gorgeous.
6'5".
woman, though.
Yeah.
She's
The
6'5".
femininity, the bitch still rocking heels.
No,
What?
she's 6'5", bro. She like
Yes, she is.
6'3".
That's what it says
but
on.
she's
That's what
like,
it says on the
she's
internet.
7 foot.
No.
She's 7 foot because she still wears stilettos. Sharp, gorgeous. Look at her fucking walking in stadium pics. That girl is so fucking gorgeous.
She makes Snoop look
I
small.
love her. Yeah, I love her. She still has a level of femininity. She's still wearing like tight ass like dresses and minis and just hair and everything. She lives in her authenticity. I fucking love that. And I love Angel Reese for that too, living in your authenticity on the court. Like I totally agree with you there, Wayne. Don't let nobody like fuck that. Asia is the slayer of fashion. She had these badass denim boots on that broke the fucking internet. Nobody couldn't even find them. You know why? Because they was custom, bitch. Beautiful. Okay. Third thing, she is all about giving back to her community. What's the problem? Here. She gives back to her community. Her foundation is Steffi. Her foundation is she supports dyslexia, I believe. Dyslexia and something else. She gives back to the community. She gives back to the community. And supports athletes like feminism, dyslexia, what else?
Shit
There's
like that.
something-
Yeah. she supports people.
Yeah, so she supports us. So she's an all around amazing player. I love her. I think she's a great person and she slays the game and she's a beast on the court. So she's number one in my book.
All right, great. I think that she is a good player, but she is not the one that are bringing people to the W. And
At
I
all.
learned about her because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and truly because of Caitlin.
Yeah.
Truly because of
Yeah.
Caitlin. That's the reason why Caitlin Clark is so influential, is because she's bringing people to the sport, and Angel Reese is bringing black people to the sport. So you have two sides being equated for. Angel Reese has a humongous following because she brings rappers to the games. She is known throughout the African American community, and we love her because she will go out there and play in box braids and go ahead and fucking get 20 rebounds. But Caitlin Clark does bring a whole different segment of people to the game. And she does create discord online, like Wayne said. She does get people mad that other players are going up against her, certainly of black players. When a black player touches Angel Reese, people on the internet go crazy. It is racist, it is fucked up, but they're bringing more eyes to it. And the fact that the WNBA is going to expand now to more teams, which gives more players the opportunity. So, unfortunately, if it was me having a conversation with Caitlin Clark, I'm pretty sure 100% of the time, just like Larry Bird, she wouldn't give a fuck about none of this bullshit. She just want to hoop. And that's the same thing with Angel. She just want to hoop. And it's the same thing with Asia. They just want to hoop. They just want to play basketball. So, all right. Last topic of the day is Steph Curry. Talking about Steph Curry. And big homie Wayne has a lot to say about this. Steph Curry just got a $62.6 million contract extension. I believe it is just for one extra year, which is very interesting. He got $62.6 million for a year. As y'all know, Klay Thompson is gone. He went to the Dallas Mavericks. He is now with the Dallas Mavericks. And now it is literally...
The Spurs?
Nope, Dallas Mavericks.
Mavericks?
Chris Paul went to the Spurs. So, big homie Wayne, I want to know your opinion. Why do you think that Steph Curry doesn't deserve this massive, massive deal?
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Stephen Urkel Curry here. Just straight up, just straight the hell up, man. I think he sucks. And I know that he doesn't suck, but he sucks. I think he's just like a pansy ass buster. And I don't think that he deserves like close to goddamn 70 mil for 1 year. Like, my nigga, no. I think he's bringing in, I think he's bringing the people in, and that's why they'll pay him so much. But again, it goes back to my Draymond Green. Like, nobody is playing like hard ball against him. Pause. You know what I mean? Like nobody is really, there's nobody that's really tough like Draymond Green to get up in his ass, pause, to make him just be like that. He's always out on he's always shooting. Like, you don't see him do a whole lot more except for just being on the outside, just swish, pass the ball and swish out. Like, that's all this nigga got. They paid him $62 million.
Wait.
Because he brings because
Can you do me
he
a
brings.
favor? Can you do this again? Can you do the swish again? Can you do the swish?
Oh,
I want to see the swish.
Listen,
There you go.
swish. Yes, thank you. Like, I'll go swish, and then he runs off. You can see the bottom of the
Do
nigga
the shimmy.
Do
Do the shimmy.
Swish. Get the fuck out of here, man. That nigga's
Thank you.
that nigga swish. That nigga, that's his thing. Everybody be over here like this. Everybody be over here doing all this shit. And this nigga always talk about something. And y'all be like, yeah, you're a bunch of fucking Caitlin Clark fans. Yeah, shitty, buddy. I do the shitty too. Shitty. And I no, that's some punk moves, bro. This is just kind of like Russell Wilson for me. Like, I don't see it for him. I never have. It's not because he's light skinned. It's not because of this and that and the other. I just don't see it for Urkel, man. I just feel like he, like he brings asses to seats. Like, this is the one black person that white people love to watch play since Michael Jordan. It's not LeBron. Hell, it's not even Kobe. White people love to watch Stephon ball because they know he's just going to do those swishes, and everybody wants to see a swish. We're in a generation now where a swish is more important than a dunk. You remember when you used to be in not kindergarten, like elementary school, and used to put on those videos of people like dunking from the half court and dunking and shit. And you used to be like, yeah, I want to do that. I would do that. Now you got a bunch of sissies talking about swish and shimmy and bro, what are we doing? Like, they won't even pick up a center unless he can shoot a three as well nowadays. It's weird, bro. Like, you can't even, like, you don't even appreciate a dunk anymore. But anyway, plus he's 36. He old. But that's just me just hating off on Urkel. So yeah, man, go ahead and tell me what y'all think. I don't think he's worth like 62 mil. Could have given a nigga like 30, 25 maybe. Let's hurry up and get this shit over with. The Warriors are over. Their time is done. Everybody's separated. They won't let the only man on the team be a man. The only other guy who still gets cash app payments from his parents, he done left the damn team and went somewhere else. So now you got left is Urkel, and they giving this nigga all the money in the world so we can watch him shitty. But I'm not for it, man. I don't see it. Y'all go ahead. I know y'all love him, so y'all go ahead, man. But I will say this, like I said before, most watched basketball player by all white people since Michael Jordan. That's what I think.
All right. Can I go ahead, Rita?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know why they gave him $62 million. Unless it is a lifetime achievement award. What did he get younger? Did he do something different? What is the point of this money?
Oh man.
While you was sitting there talking, Wayne, I was like, but why though? Like, Wayne has a tremendous point.
Why?
Y'all, so Klay Thompson, y'all didn't re-sign him. Not saying y'all could have gave him 62 million or he deserved 62 million. Not saying that. But y'all didn't sign Klay. Y'all have Wiggins, who has not played because of mental health and some crazy stuff that's going on with his family, which no one knows about. It's some real personal shit, but he can't play. So you don't have him. Draymond keeps getting suspended because he keeps knocking niggas out. And then y'all didn't add anybody. And y'all tried to trade for LeBron last year, which probably would work, but whatever. But like, why did y'all give him 62 milli and y'all didn't do anything else? Like, y'all know this team is done, right? Like they do have LeBron. They tried though. They could have traded Klay and Wiggins and a couple other motherfuckers, and they could have got LeBron during the trade deadline. They could have got him. But LeBron said no. He said hell no. He said no. He said, no, I'm sticking where I'm at. Which, whatever. But LeBron might change his mind after that. After this season, because they're going to be terrible too. Lakers going to be fucking trash as well. So I just don't know what was the point of this. It must have been a Lifetime Achievement Award. Because there's no reason to give Steph Curry, a 35-year-old, $62 million extra year on his contract. For what? The last thing that goes with shooters is the ability to shoot. Ray Allen could shoot until he was 42 years old. I know that they want to keep Steph Curry for the remainder of his career, and I don't have any problem with that. I think that's dope. I think that he should definitely retire as a member because he's the one that brought him championships and all that bullshit. But this, to me, signals the thing that, like, they're not going to win no more. And it is over. And unless they get a high draft pick, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, or maybe they can sign somebody. They got Kevin Durant before, but the NBA is different. This shit is over. We saw the end of the dynasty. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I don't know the logical reason why. I'm not a GM, but there is no reason why I would just give this nigga randomly 62 milli. So, no, Rita, what do you think?
I'm all team bread. Give me my bread. I'm glad he got it.
Me too. But I'm with you. I'm with you.
He do.
I'm with you. I'm glad too. But he don't deserve that shit.
Why not? All of it. So he does deserve it because
of shit he did in the past.
Well, this is the thing. That's not. Y'all act like he's the number one paid. He's not.
No, time out. No, you're not. No, but Russell Wilson only got 1.2. Russell Wilson only got 1.2, and they're banking off of the shit that he did in the past. Aren't they not banking off the shit that Urkel did in the past?
Russell Wilson didn't bring a Super Bowl in 2022. Steph Curry did.
That's a good point. He did bring one, bro. And that only is 3 years ago.
In 2017, if he was on there. I can't even fucking remember. I don't know if he was on there or not.
He was on there, yes.
2015, 17, 18, 22.
Whoa. You're counting a lot of those. The first one with the Warriors. He was on there or no? The first, yes, he was there the whole time, Rita. So stop asking that question. He's been there the whole time, for one. He's the original Splash Brother. It was him, Klay Thomas, Draymond Green. Everybody else fluctuated. Good. So the first one that they won, LeBron James went there with him and some white dude named Dellavedova. They lost, but LeBron James is the best player on the court, and everybody fucking knew it. But they got so dehydrated that they had to get IVs and shit, looking like junkies on the fucking court because they were dehydrated. That was the first one he won. Then they lost when they played LeBron James with his real team. When everybody was healthy, they fucked the Warriors up. And then the Warriors cried and said, yo, Kevin Durant, please, we'll blow you if you come to the team. Then they won 2 back-to-back. I'll just give you context for your statement. Give me some context.
4 championships.
No. I thought he has 5.
No. Well, if you
One.
count the Olympics, because he slayed in the Olympics.
He played bad for 5 games against South Sudan and all them niggas, and then he played good for 3 games. So I'm not.
He slayed though.
And that's the Olympics. That ain't got nothing to do with NBA.
That's international pimping. I don't see what the fucking problem is.
He
I don't
didn't
see what the
do
problem
nothing
is.
to get the money.
Yeah,
The
he deserves
other
60
young
mil just out of
light-skinned-
nowhere. He doesn't.
But
Rita.
look, the other young light skin, Jason Tatum Pole, he
Tatum?
signed a 5-year deal for 300.
He just won the
He just won. They be balling.
He
Yo,
won too.
yo,
He won
the
a
only
gold
person-
medal, my nigga. He won a
No,
gold
he
medal.
won.
So did Jason Tatum.
Recently. Listen, so did Tatum. So did Tatum. Look, listen.
Tatum makes
The
more
only
than
problem.
him.
The only. Okay.
Tatum
He got
makes
six.
As he should.
315
He's
million
22.
divided by 5.
He's younger. He's
He's
younger.
26.
He's better.
15 million.
Look, the
Can I
only-
finish?
listen,
Can I finish?
The
Can I finish?
only
He ain't better.
problem-
He ain't
I'm sorry.
better.
I'm sorry.
Can I finish?
Yes.
Go ahead. Yes.
Yes.
He ain't better, but go ahead.
315 million divided by 5 is 63 million. He makes more than
So what? So,
Steph
yes,
Curry
as he
goat.
should. They're paying
Curry
for his
goat.
future. They're paying for
62.6.
Tatum's. I'm interrupting. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
So
Rita.
I don't see what the fucking problem is.
Can I
This
please
is
respond?
red. He was a surgeon in the goddamn Olympics. He was a surgeon from 2015 to 2022. 4 fucking rings, a gold medal, and he's a family man.
So I was right. Thank you. You proved my
Everybody know
point.
he's
So
cool,
this is a
yeah.
lifetime achievement award. That's
So
what this
if it
is.
It is. So the fuck what?
But the point is that it's not going to lead to winning, because you could use that 62 milli or 30 milli or whatever he already got a
You never
contract,
know.
but you can use it for other
You
players.
can't say that it's not going to lead to another game. They might win next year. They might win the fucking championship next year. You know
If
why?
they-
Because it's the 3-point show. And if it's the 3-point show, that nigga got it. This
Then he
motherfucker
deserves
is
it.
shooting
But
the
then he
parking lot.
deserves it. If they do that, then he deserves it. Give him 70
The
next year if they
NBA
win.
is a 3-point fucking show. If you're not shooting 3-pointers, you ain't shit. Nobody goes to the fucking hoop no more. It's all 3-pointers. So unless you got Steph Curry's 3-point skills, y'all gonna fucking lose. They're gonna win the championship next year. They're gonna win the championship next year because it's nothing but the 3-point show any motherfucking way. And
If
as
they
when you
win-
get that toss and you get that swoosh, hey, when you get the swoosh and it's a 3-point show, and all you have to do in the NBA is shoot 3-pointers. Nobody's dunking, nobody's blocking, nobody's sucking dick, nobody's doing nothing. All they
Pause.
doing is shooting 3-pointers. So if you can't, and they only play from half court. Ain't nobody guarding nothing. It's nothing but niggas waiting in the middle of the half court to shoot the fucking 3. That's what the
Oh,
NBA is
yeah.
right now.
You know what?
That's why so
I'm
many people
sorry.
like the
She
WNBA
actually-
now, because the WNBA, them bitches is actually balling and playing plays and actually
they-
fucking
yeah.
fighting each other and shit.
She ain't
The
right. She ain't
NBA
lying.
is the 3-point show. And if you want to take it to the 3-point show, guess what? Steph Curry winning. This nigga's winning the championship next year. That's why they gave him 62 million.
He ain't winning. If they win the championship, I swear to God, I
want
swear,
62 million now.
I'm gonna give you something. Because there's no way these niggas is winning no championship.
Rita's fucked up
But-
stats say
That's a L.
the
But
Warriors are going to win next year because Steph Curry got that 62 million. And it's a
you do have a point that it is a 3-point league, and that is the 3-point motherfucker. Ain't nobody else that shoot 3-pointers better than him. That's not what he does, but it's something like what
did Wayne do?
Wayne did. Wayne said this or whatever he did. That's it. All right, y'all. I don't think I don't think he deserved
I
it
will
because
say
it was
this
a
real
weird
quick.
thing. But
I
it
don't
is a
think so
3-point
either.
league.
I will say this about Tatum. I will say this about Jason Tatum. I'm not a huge fan of his either. He is great. The only thing that I have a real problem with Jason Tatum is he needs to keep his son off the goddamn court. Because as soon as
Yeah,
that little
that boy
nigga
be
get
out
hit in the
there.
head with a base basketball or something like that, he gonna want to cry and fight and want to sue. No, keep your son off the court. Put him back like everybody else. Like your kid ain't special, bro. Keep that little dude off the court, man, before he get knocked the hell out. Because I'm telling you on the court, what you must want to play. You must want to play.
If
So
that
if we out there
kid-
practicing and I'm shooting and dunking and warming up, I'm slamming on him. I'm dunking on him. You shouldn't have been on the court.
that kid, if that kid don't end up being like 6'7" like his dad or something, he end up being like 5'5" or some shit like his mom. That's gonna be a whole waste of time. And like you had this nigga around the NBA game, this nigga is gonna be an assistant coach. What the fuck was the point of having him out there? It's like ain't no point. Like this motherfucker better be awesome because he's out there warming up with the players. Everybody, he know everybody. Like nah, nigga, you need to know how to play basketball, bitch. You better dominate out there. Like no. So I know this is totally off topic, but one thing I am hoping for this year is to see Bronny James and LeBron James play together on the same court. I would love to see that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Just that would be the most. Even though Bronny James does not deserve it, it's the fact that LeBron James have all the pull in the world to be able to get this nigga drafted by the LA Lakers, which is supposed to be a premier franchise. He got that much pull that he's able to get this bum ass player. He averaged 2 points a game. He's a bum. He was able to get his bum ass on the court.
I ain't mad at it.
I mean, either because it's nepotism. It's finally time that we start to have some nepotism.
Yes, yeah, Black
That's
power.
all.
Yes,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes,
Black power.
yes, absolutely.
Just a little bit.
Can we act the fuck up? Can we pull some strings? Can we find a loophole in this motherfucker?
Yep.
Who's some other kids?
If I see one more cabinet, I'll be pissed off. You know,
you said what?
All the time. No, now it's time for our.
I
see one more Trump in his cabinet.
Right.
Well, yeah,
like, come on, man.
No,
like it's like these Trumps that just keep coming out of fucking nowhere. Byron, he's a weirdo. He's 7 feet tall. This nigga trying to be president when he can grow up. I don't know what the fuck going on, but yes, I'm excited for that. But yeah, there's no reason why Steph Curry deserves his contract. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It ain't Rita. This nigga, I know that. That was in the past.
Was it the last 2 years?
But Rita, if they gave it to him for this year's play, I'd be like, okay, boom, he deserves 62 million. But they gave it to him for like years in the future that he ain't playing. Like he might not play past like you think he gonna play till he's 40?
Probably.
Him?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You talking about
somebody that he's hurt easily.
Huh?
Yeah, he hasn't been like out for the season. Like I haven't even seen him out.
I mean, he was when his career first started. When he had 2 bad ankles, but no. It's changed. That's a good point, but I don't know. Maybe he will lead the new generation of the young bucks or the Warriors to go and win championships. But me personally, I feel like the Warriors are going to go back to what they was before Steph Curry, which is irrelevant as shit.
Nah.
But, that's what happens when you lose great players. But, all right, y'all. I think that we done for today. One last thing. I keep saying one last fucking thing. But this is the upcoming NFL schedule.
Yes.
So football starts on Thursday.
Okay. You want to take
and Friday. And then we got a whole bunch of games on Sunday. And then Saturday, we got a game at night, and then we have Monday Night Football. First game of Monday Night Football is the Jets versus the 49ers. I cannot fucking wait to see that game.
Me neither.
So good.
Me neither.
I cannot wait to see
fucking gorgeous.
the 49ers try to kill Aaron Rodgers every fucking play because they're like, oh, this nigga think he the shit. All right, bitch. Got you. I cannot wait to see the Browns versus the fucking Cowboys because one, I'm a Browns fan, and the Cowboys is more than likely going to fuck the Browns up because
I doubt it.
I don't know. It's going to be a good game. Get to see some young boys play for the first time. You get to see Washington Commanders. They're going to play Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. That's going to be a good game. Get to see your Detroit Lions versus the Rams. So Matt Stafford going back home.
I want to see that one.
That's going to be dope. And that's going to be Sunday night. I also cannot wait to see what goes on Thursday, man. Like the Ravens versus the Chiefs, rematch of the AFC Conference Championship. Yeah, y'all probably know the Chiefs going to lose that game because that's what they do. They just going to drop it because they don't give a fuck. Yes. Also, the Saints versus the Panthers, the battle of maybe the two worst teams in the league. Who's trying to get your door? Which one are you? Also, another team that's probably I predict is going to be the worst is the New York Giants. So get your red zone, get your whatever you got going on this week. It's about to be a whole bunch of football.
Real quick, James, before you get red zone, holla at me. I got a couple of sites I'm gonna give y'all. So
Holla at big homie. Yeah, it's. I need to do that because the payment's about to come out.
actually,
And it's
the site that I gave you, the site that I gave you, if I'll show you how to do it. Go down there. It's a lot of pop-ups, but the shit works.
That's all I care about. I'm all about saving a dollar bill.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, thank y'all for joining
Smoking
us.
like
If
a
y'all
true
stuck
rich
around.
man.
Yes, just like a fucking rich motherfucker. I love it. Make sure you support us. Go to YFM Sports. Link is in the description in our Etsy. You can buy on Etsy. You can scan here, or you can just go right down to our description. And yeah, make sure you check us out next week where we recap what happened, the big things that happened in football, talking about this crazy ass season that's coming upon us and seeing who's gonna be the worst team this year. So thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming, watching us. And yeah, man. Really appreciate y'all.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one. Be blessed. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Thanks, y'all.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no doubt. Happy day off, Jay.
Some people got work.
Hey yo, man, that was